Man, I'm just so grateful to be sitting in this sun right now. In this sun, chilling and enjoying, feeling those Jesus beams on me. It's got me thinking about those cold days. Reflecting back on those days when I wasn't sure I was going to make it, man. Let me tell you about being cold. Any SEAL will tell you about cold. Man, any guy in the military, man, there's nothing colder than military cold. Guys who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. Man, it's different. Man, the civilian world, man, you can dress how you want and you can kind of get away from it. You might be cold for a little bit. But in the military, man, you're cold, you're stuck cold. It's different. It hits different. It hits deeper. It goes down to those bones, man. Those bones. I have had some cold moments. This is about those coldest moments. First off, let's take it back to buds, man. Man, how many videos? Everybody knows buds is cold, but let me tell you, nobody really understands how cold it is, man. They used to make us swallow these pills, these big fat pills that would sit in your stomach, and it was a small temperature reader that a doctor would come by after we were getting surf tortured and wand our bodies to test our core temperature, because dudes would fall down and seizure, but some dudes would seizure and fake seizure, and they wanted to know damn sure that if you were seizuring, it was because you were really seizuring. Man, that's cold. Going back in the water, arms locked into the darkness, not knowing the duration. Jackhammering, freezing your nuts off, man. And then doing it all night. Again and again and again and again. Bone chilling. Hell Week, man. I was so cold in Hell Week, shivering. My hip flexors were so tight from me, just uncontrollable for days, man. Days. That I couldn't even stand up straight. My hip flexors were pulling me down. I was pretty damn cold, man. Combat diving. Man, guys that have been combat diving, man, you're down there for hours and hours and hours and hours, not surfacing. I don't care what kind of wetsuit you got on. Right? It's cold. Man, you're jackhammering, trying to steer, looking at a tack board, trying to keep a bearing, trying to remember your kick count, trying to feel the current, trying to remember your legs of your dive, trying to remember anything, man, the mission. Man, it's tough. But that mental resiliency that you build, pushing through that again and again and again. Right? Third phase, same deal, man. You're just cold. Man, you're just getting hazed out there anyway. San Clemente Island. Brutal. Tough. Still don't like the cold, man. Those people that choose to live in the cold, man, they don't. Why? Straight up, man. I hate the fucking cold, man. Straight up. If I don't have to be cold, I'm not going to, bro. That's for sure. Now let's take it into the Foreign Legion. Let's talk about cold there, man. Dude, I went to the Mountain Regiment. I was glutton for punishment. Man, God had a sense of humor with me on that. Granted, I did pick it. But going into those French Alps, man, Mont Blanc's 4,000 meters tall, right? Cold. Man, we used to sleep in igloos under the ground that we built after we marched up with our sealskins on the bottom of our skis on all our packs, just so it would be 0 degrees Celsius. All right, just to cut that wind chill. Sleep under the ground in a fucking igloo. like a fucking Eskimo. Bro, cold, man. You're sleeping in these chunks. I said it before, I was going to send out I'm going to do a video. I have a video of the actual construction of that, what it looks like. I'll post that sometime here. Man, you're sleeping in these little coffins that are ice, man. You're sleeping in these ice coffins like this. 3 dudes. Thank God you're packed in there like sardines. Cold. Talk about the farm. The farm in the French Foreign Legion is unwaveringly cold. Well, it depends what time of year you're there. Of course, I was there in the winter, right? November, December. They don't give you the gear. They don't give you you can't escape it. Where you're sleeping inside sometimes you're sleeping outside. In these tents and these janky sleeping bags, man, that are just not cutting it. Jackhammering all night. Even in the day, man, you're raining, freezing rain. You're running. And man, you just be in regular sports clothes. Just super thin sports clothes, wet. Be wet all day. Man, you're a foreigner in a foreign government. It's military. They don't give a fuck about you being warm. And it's supposed to suck, right? It's supposed to suck, but man, I was like this one time, just freezing my balls off, man. We had like a moment to sit, and I was just kind of like, just in it, like turtling in my shell, like this. And this instructor who spoke a little English comes up and he said, "Do you want to go home?" He's Lithuanian. "Do you want to go home?" I just looked at him and said, "This is my fucking home, man." And I meant it. Man, at that time in my life, I was down and out, man. I had nowhere to go. That was my home. There was no quit in me, man. There's no quit in me anyway. There's definitely no quit there. In Estonia, man. In Estonia. For those people who have been to Estonia, man, let me tell you. Oh, man. I used to get up and work out because I was getting shit for working out on the middle of the day. I like to get up and shave and kind of prepare myself before the hordes of people and waiting in. And I needed to get my process in, right? That morning process is unrelenting. It's unwavering. It's non-negotiable. I had to do it to build this system, to get myself mentally right every single day. And I used to get up, man, and the only place I could work out was like in this warehouse that was outside. It was just a small covering. But man, all the rain and the cold, man, I used to just have to work out in this little outside area. Freezing, man, freezing. But it had to be done. Had to be done, man. Those cold moments, man. Psychologically, where I've been at on those cold moments. Man, what gets you through is that guy next to you. That's the truth. Man, what got me through that is just to look over at my homies and be like, man, we're in this together, man. That shared suffering builds connection. It builds brotherhood. It builds that family tie. Shared suffering. Man, it's what the Spartans went off. It's what every warrior society goes off, man. That shared suffering is what brings everybody together. That's what's beautiful about the cold. It's when you suffer in it and get through it together, more importantly. Those cold ones, man. Those coldest moments. It's at some of those coldest moments are the most difficult. 100%. That's what sends guys packing in SEAL training. That's what sends guys packing in the Foreign Legion. Is that inescapable cold. That's bone chilling. Just can't shake it, and you don't think you can make it. Can't shake it, can't make it. But guess what? You can. It's the decision, man. It's the fucking decision. I can't be broken. It can't be cold enough. What am I gonna die? Who gives a fuck? I won't care then. That's how I always viewed it. There is no amount of cold that could have stopped me from getting through the obstacles I needed to get through. Making it through the wickets I needed to make it through. The crucibles I needed to go through to get forged into that unbreakable mindset. That relentless pursuit. Choose what path you want to go on, man. Once you're on it and you're sure of it, bro, it doesn't matter. Sunshine or fucking blizzard, bro. You're on it. Be smart. Out here. Once again from SoCal. I love these poolsides, man. Be good.